Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here in a live interview with Hassan Mujtaba Zaidi. He's a founder and director of Discovering New Artists from Pakistan. And we are here to discuss how a possible collaboration can run between two art organizations. So, welcome, Hassan, and how are you?
Hi, I'm good, Mary. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Thank
much
you.
for inviting me today in your session. When I researched about your organization, I really felt good that you're working great in arts sector. So I'm looking forward for this interview.
Thank you so much. Um, can you please tell us, Hassan, what is the work that your organization is doing? What projects are you currently working on? And tell us a little bit about Pakistan. We are really interested, to find out.
So I will just start with the basic work that we normally do. Discovering New Artists is the name of my organization, and it started in 2011. And the basic idea of Discovering New Artists is to support
Yeah.
and bridge the gap between marginalized students and the private school students, and to reduce inequality between the two classes through arts. So basically, the medium that we use is arts, and we have been using it since past 7 years now through Art for Change, which people can see the logo on the screen.
Yes.
This is our flagship program, which we are running from past 7 years, and this is the seventh year that we have opened the call for artworks. Normally, what we do in Art for Change is, since its name suggests that it's something for bringing a change. So
Yeah.
Art for Change is not an ordinary competition; is one of the largest art competitions in Pakistan. And
Wow.
last year, almost 30,000 plus students have participated so far in this competition. Uh,
Wow.
Normally, what we do is we ask for the private school students to participate against a minimum fee, and then we buy art material and give it out to marginalized students so that they can come on the same platform with no cost associated and with no worries regarding art materials or any resource that they need to draw or paint. So that's
Oh,
in that way they come on the same platform with private school students. So normally there is
uh-huh.
a huge difference between the resources that these two classes have. And obviously in Pakistan, normally arts at in government schools are taken as an extra subject. Normally the parent community, and
Yeah.
it's normally taken as an extra subject. But the things are changing now, and people are really interested in arts. So that's why the participation is increasing every year in Art
Mhm.
for Change as well. And parents reach out to our organization to register beforehand, even when we don't open the call. So it's
Right.
really interesting that the whole scenario is changing, and we are glad that we are one of the change makers in art sector through Art for Change and other art workshops. Besides this, we also provide art workshops and creative writing workshops to marginalized students. And the idea basically for discovering new artists is to discover new artists through Art for Change, through our workshops, and through obviously collaborations with different organizations.
Yes. Very interesting. And how is the scenario in Pakistan? How is the involvement into arts? I think we are discussing as both organization, Art Classes Group and Discover New Artists organization. We are working mostly visual arts. So, how is the participation in general in Pakistan in visual arts?
So when we in Pakistan, generally, that I just explained to you that in Pakistan, when we started in 2011, and then we started to Art for Change in 2014. Uh, the idea of participating in arts and diverging from the mainstream maths, science, and technology. uh, Parents didn't parents were little bit, they were hesitated to participate in
Yeah.
arts. and
Yep.
didn't support their children that much. And that's why when we used to contact our teachers and our artists from schools, so they usually gave us this kind of excuse that since the parents are not interested, we can't participate.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
since these past 7 years, now in the seventh year, the participation has increased so far so much that now the whole idea is changing. Even besides schools, the parent community is now willing to participate. They are letting their children participate willingly. So we are glad, that the whole scenario is changing. But
Yes.
still, there is a lot of work, which I
Mm.
believe that needs to be done through different, artists. We need to learn perspectives from different countries, different art techniques, which we can, teach our students. So this is how we take it in Pakistan. Besides
Yeah.
visual arts, filmmaking, and these kind of art theaters, uh, it's increasing day by day. So we are happy about that as well.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for this, Zaidi. So, what I'll do, I'll mirror your description about your organization, and I'll mention a few words about us, our classes group.
Yeah.
We are established in 2016, and we are focused mostly as a visual arts center. We support as well young artists, and we promote engagements with the visual arts through all kind of range of activities, exhibitions, workshops, and demonstrations. So very similar as well to your organization. We are based, so our classes group is based in Slough. Slough is a small town close to London. Is very diverse. Is famous for its extremely rich and diverse community, and this is what is amazing to explore here, the diversity. So I have some pictures as well for about our art organizations to share with everyone. So here it was our big opening, and it is
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
amazing. Very similar picture you have on your website with your
Yeah,
opening. So you
yeah,
see how similar can it
yeah.
be?
That's
So,
what I'm,
yes,
looking at. It's amazing.
it's so similar.
Yeah, I'm happy, that even our work aligns with our organization's work aligns with each other. So that's
Yeah.
really great.
And from this picture, you can see how diverse and cultural is Slough,
Yeah.
and yes, it's a really nice place. So we run all kind of workshops for children. Here it was art competition we organized in our studio. Um, yeah, different sessions of painting. Um, Children, we had most of our students, they exhibited at the Royal Academy of Arts. They
That's great.
won international competitions in America, Canada, Singapore, France. So almost all over the globe, we sent children with their artworks, and they won the art competitions. I sent it for your competition as well, hopefully.
That's nice. Looking forward
Yeah,
for it.
you receive, yeah, some applications. We promote as well, the friendship, the communication between
Mm.
students. So it was very nice, type of friendship everyone developed here in the studio while doing their arts and crafts. We have been filmed for some BBC programs. Here it was interview from BBC while we were doing calligraphy sessions, and they were filming our studio. Um, the same, lots of events we have done, mostly for the local community. Um, the same, we worked a lot with different companies, so we've done different workshops for local companies. We are doing a arts qualification that is called Arts Award, so children have to present their artworks in front of an audience and they get the qualification. from Arts Council. We have been on filming for Sky Arts, so we performed live in a series of filmings called Landscape Artist of the Year from Sky Arts. So we tried to reach as many places as possible. We took our artists into trips to open art studios in London, so they had the chance to visit the actual studios from artists and the chance to talk to the artists, discover new techniques from artists. This was one of the most experiences we had so far.
That's really
We
nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
mm, we worked a lot with so we are based in the local shopping center, and the same, we organized so many programs, some of them free programs, so everyone who was passing by, they were doing art, so we try to promote as much as possible in our local area. So I think this is mostly about us, our classes group, and what we are doing in Slough. We're trying to reach as much as possible, national and international. So another thing that I would like to discuss is that in response to the increasing restrictions on global traveling due to
Yeah.
COVID-19, yeah, I think it's more easy now to create somehow international artistic connections. So this is what we are trying to do now. And it is also probably more easier to reach new audiences, and we can be climate free in the same time. So starting from this idea, we have discussed a possible collaboration over starting, an art exhibition, an online art exhibition, where we can invite artists from UK and artists from Pakistan to exhibit together, and to organize art workshops for communities. We can organize together interviews. So this will be a new way to discover different cultures. It will be a new way to share experiences between different artists in different countries. So I think this will be an amazing project of collaboration and sharing the experience. So from this point of view, I want to ask you, Hassan, how do you see international collaboration with our classes group?
I think it'll be a wonderful idea. It's a wonderful idea to collaborate for a virtual exhibition and virtual workshops between UK and Pakistan, and especially when we are going to indulge with professional artists, and we are going to uh,
Yeah.
drive their motivation and take their motivation to the younger artists who are going to be our participants. So I think that will be a great idea, and obviously, our organizations can work together to make arts and serve as a vehicle for change in the community. Because our organization that I just told that the basic idea of starting it was the community service and helping the marginalized students as well. So one of the thing that we can obviously do is that when a professional artist from UK is going to address an artist from Pakistan, it cannot just be, it can not only be a student or a young artist from a private school or a university, but that artist can also be from economically deprived community. So we know a lot of people here. I think that will be a really great addition to arts and obviously in their lives as well. So creating this virtual space is going to be a great idea. And in these times when obviously the global travel is greatly restricted, and
Yeah.
we are restricted in a lot of ways, that even we cannot reach out to these marginalized students. So I think it will be a great idea that we will be able to include the two groups and the two cultures, and will be able to learn about the culture as well as the art techniques and arts in general between these two countries.
It's
So I
true.
think that yeah, that will be a great idea.
Brilliant. And how do you think we can reach our audiences, and how people will respond to the new digital platform that we are proposing, mostly from Pakistan? What I can say in UK is that many organizations, they have embraced the idea of presenting their work on a virtual space. So here in UK, you have the chance to see the art exhibitions in virtual galleries. You can see virtual museums, and this is very popular against mostly the young ones. They love these things. My son is actually now building his own virtual gallery. He's very excited about this. So it's yeah, very famous thing between young ones. Um, but how do you think you can reach the audience through this digital work, to the audiences in Pakistan?
So, yeah, Mary, the thing is that it's, as I just mentioned, that, it's a great idea to create a virtual space.
Yeah.
As in UK, it's the same in Pakistan, but I don't know in what, you know, uh, what number, but professional artists are creating virtual, are participating in virtual exhibitions, and I have been to virtual exhibition a lot during this time. From past 6 to 7 months I've seen, but again, I have seen only one exhibition, virtual exhibition, for that was created for the younger ones. So it'll be a
Oh,
great idea if we can introduce this here. And obviously, as far as our organization is concerned, we have a reach to about, more than 1 million people, because we work with more than 3 to 400 schools every year. So we have a lot of reach. So whenever we send an email to them, they send it out to millions of students, and
right.
then we normally collaborate with them as well. So we will be able to market, and we might be able to market it to them, that that they need to attend it, or this exhibition will be in addition to the art classes that these art teachers are taking in the schools. So
Yeah.
rather than they need to come to the art gallery themselves, which normally people hesitate, because if they have time then they come, otherwise they
Yeah.
don't. So we can take these exhibitions to their schools,
Oh, right. Yes.
to the universities, to colleges. So that's a great
Right.
thing, and that's
Yeah.
how we can create an increasing awareness about virtual exhibition or virtual space. That this is an idea, and if this is increased in Pakistan, then we can have more virtual exhibitions between the younger ones. And obviously, when the younger ones, or when the younger ones will share their experience with students over here, or with young artists over here, then obviously that will be another addition. So I think the idea of this cross culture and sharing this cross culture experiences will be a great addition to both of our people, I think.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for this, Hassan. Is massive knowledge that you shared here with us, and probably it will be a good example for everyone to collaborate. To start sharing their experiences now that we have the digital platform to work on. So it's good to share as much as possible. So Hassan, thank you so much once again. I know in Pakistan now probably is 8 p.m. Is it?
Yeah,
It's a
it
very
will be.
so thank you so much for accepting the interview with us. We hope for a successful collaboration. And
Thank you.
meanwhile, yes, and meanwhile, we'll invite everyone, to participate to your call for the international art competition. The website is mentioned on the screen. They can click and they can visit and participate. And yes, once again, thank you so much, and thanks for accepting the interview.
The pleasure is all mine. It's great talking to you and knowing about your organization. I think it will be a great opportunity to work together for this project. So thank you so much again, once again, for inviting me and having me over for this live interview and live, talking about the collaboration. I think it'll be a great idea. Thank you so much once again, Mary.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.